want to walk by faith, guys, and not by sight, which means believing and not seeing. Because we already know, guys, that there's more to it than just life and just what we see. We already know, guys, that all the things that's going on right now, I know as soon as you turn on, I know you probably wondering, you turning on your news, you're turning on the social media, you're turning on your TV, and you see Muslims coming over here trying to take over New York and trying to take over our communities and stuff like that, trying to force their Sharia law on the community because we got weak leadership in our communities. We already know, guys, we can see it across in Europe and everything, that these Muslims is taking over and they trying to force their laws. They trying to take away the Constitution of America and put the Sharia law in place. And the Muslims already took over half of Europe, forcing the Sharia law in their communities and in their countries. And you see how terrible their countries are. Their countries is terrible. And I can never understand where I can see some people come on social media and they wish for the worst for America. They wish for the worst for the American people. They just like they want to see us fall. A lot of people, they criticize Trump, but people, they really don't do their own research to make up their own mind to even come up with their own conclusion. They just go about what the false mainstream media says, which they say pretty much anything, and they going by a person that's misinformed and a family member, friends. They just listening to what the next person says instead of. We need to stop being stuck in our ways and stop being so lazy. Take a few minutes, pull up our phone, and do our own research. It don't even take that long, guys. Only like a minute. You can easily type it in and see what's going on. If we that lazy where we can't do our own research, then we in serious trouble. Because that's exactly what it says in the Bible. The Father's people perish due to a lack of knowledge. That's how a lot of people is going to end themselves, because they don't want to do their own research. They would reject knowledge. They reject wisdom. And the Father said, he who rejects wisdom, he will have to reject their children. Because your children only know what you know. So it's you can see it, guys, like it's something spiritual going on. And we have to believe that the Father in heaven, and I know a lot of people, they in fear right now. You might be in fear watching this video. I'm here to tell you, hey, don't worry. You ain't got nothing to worry about if you believe. If you believe in the Father in heaven, he can make it right. You got to think about it. This has been going on since Moses in them times, since David in them times. It's been wars and people trying to push religion on communities and destroying kingdoms. And this has been going on for so long. It's just in a modern time. So if the Father in heaven can bring them through all of that, you don't have nothing to worry about. Because during those times, it was a lot worse compared to now. It was a lot worse compared to now during those times, during the Roman times, during the Babylon times. So it was a lot worse. So if the Father can bring humanity through all of that, floods, bubonic plagues, all this stuff going on, the Roman times, all these times, you best to be sure that he can bring us through this that we're going through now in the modern time. That's why I say, guys, that's why I believe in the Father. Because I look back what the Father already have done. I was like, man, there is nothing that the Father can't do. You can slap Satan in the face right now for filling your head up with lies and doubt, telling you stupid stuff. Talking about some it's over and all this. No, you need to rebuke Satan right now. You need to slap him upside his head right now. Because he's a lie from the pits of hell. Matter of fact, he wants you to follow the world. With whatever the world is doing. That's why I say, guys, walk by faith, not by sight. Don't just go by and follow the world, what the world doing. Don't just try to follow everything the world doing and believe in everything the world is doing, and or they mocking, and they going crazy with transgender stuff, and they just do it, and they trying to push it up on you and try to condemn you to the pit too. No, do your own research. Don't live in fear. Don't worry. Don't stress yourself over nothing, because the Father in heaven, like He always have done in the past, He's going to bring us through all of this. That's why He put Trump in. That's a start. That's a start right there. He put Trump in because the Father in heaven, He's seen what we was going through. He's seen they opened the borders. They're trying to kill us. They're trying to replace us for votes. They're trying to replace us to maintain power. All this stuff going on. The Father already see that in heaven. That's why He put Trump in at this time. But you got some people out here, these radical lefties, these demons. That's why I say, guys, we live among some real demons, and I'm sure you know that. I'm sure you know that by now. All the stuff you've been hearing about and seeing with your own eyes and it's being exposed, demons, they look like me and you, live amongst us. And they praying on our downfall. They praying for death to America. These people, like literally, is mad because Trump supports Israel. Now, listen to me. I'm not defending nobody with a blind eye, because Israel had flaws, America had flaws. I'm not defending anybody. I'm not on anybody's side. I'm on Jesus. I would prefer, if somebody would be like, what side you on? I prefer to say I'm on Jesus' side. Because you can't be on man's side, because man have flaws. All humans are capable of doing evil. So I never take a man's side with a blind eye. All I'm saying is that land is sacred. It was promised to Abraham. It's promised to the Israelites. It has meaning to the Father in heaven. Father in heaven, He promised those people that land. A lot of people, they don't see it that way. Some people, they do see it that way, and they still don't understand. Well, you got to understand this. Anybody who would support a person, a group, a country that wishes death on America and death on Israel, who would support that? Like, I'm glad Trump did what he did. And there's a lot of people, they like, oh man, this and that, the false mainstream media, of course. That's why I say you guys got to do your own research, because they'll tell you anything just to brainwash you and manipulate you, just to get you to be misinformed and confused. And then you follow the train right down there where they at, which is the path of destruction. That's the broad path. They support the broad path, the line media. So that's why I say, guys, you got to be sharp and do your own research and listening to independent content creators like me and other people that's going to be on here spitting you real game. That's going to be telling you the truth of what's really going on out here, and something you could be prepared for. Because I want to see everybody, go to the promised land. I'm not on here just trying to steer people away from Jesus. I want to bring people to Jesus. That way we all can be saved. Because at the end of the day, it's going to happen. Jesus is going to come back. It's up to you to prepare yourself.